Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to convert a Pro X lane changer to work with the Carrera Digital 31. What happens with the Pro X is Carrera's first digital system. It is not compatible with the current system. What happens with the Pro X lane changers, you don't have to push any lane change button. It automatically switches lanes, and that's the issue. You don't have any control over the lane changers themselves. That's why you can't really use them. However, they work good in a pit lane if you actually have enough room for two sections. So what happens when the car hits this sensor, it flips the lane changer open, and obviously it'll close it as it goes back, but it'll do it every time. So what you do for the modification, you take the sensor from here, you drill a hole past the lane changer, and so what that'll do, that'll keep this open until you pass it, and then it'll automatically change the lane. So the next car that comes in, it'll go into the other lane, and of course an automatic will close, and it'll alternate each car. All you have to do is move the sensor from here to the other side of the flipper. And I'll demonstrate. Oh, let me show you. I already got it apart, and I'll show you what I did here. 9 screws holding it in here. Now this is the inside of your lane changer. It's all the same. The only difference is the chip for the Pro X. So anyway, the original sensor was way back here. I moved it up here. This is the sensor. This is what goes in that hole. So I just drilled a 1/8 inch hole that just sets down in there. And actually a piece of tape will hold it, because the cover should hold this in place. The only thing I had to do was I had to lengthen the original wires, because since the sensor only went to here, it obviously is not going to reach to here, so I had to add some wire. So I just added extended wires all the way to here. That's really, you just extend the wires and move the sensor. So let me put this back together and I'll show you how it works. Make sure everything's back. I'm just going to put a couple screws in it to hold it, make sure nothing falls out while it's upside down. Yep, another very simple modification. Okay, I'll go over to the track here. Back up there so you can see this. Lift this up. Okay. You see with the power, this is just an old one I had sitting around. Nothing's plugged into it. No controllers. No nothing. So with the sensor here, it would automatically open that up. And since I moved the sensor back here, what's going to happen is if you watch the flipper, everything's good. And it changes to the other lane, just passing over it without hitting any lane change button. Obviously the next car comes through, it's going to go into that lane. Move the flipper back. It's just going to keep alternating lanes, going back and forth. And that's all there is to it. I was surprised at how easy this works. Now in my case, I'll show you up here. Mine's going to go right here. So you can see, obviously I got to get this all painted the correct color. Once I come into the pit lane, it's going to alternate. I got my fuel sensor here and my fuel sensor here. So it's just going to alternate every other lane. that's really about it. Once I get everything painted the correct color, I'll redo, or I should say I'll add this to my Pitlane video as a completion. As I started showing the two-lane conversion, but then I started to add this too. So that'll be complete. I'll show you everything working, and we'll see you on the next video.